Hello and welcome to the video of comparing mollusks. Now we're going to be talking about two animals, the giant squid versus the colossal squid. Or, in the Latin terms, for the giant squid, the Archaeteuthis ducks, or the colossal squid, the Mesonechoteuthis hamiltoni. I'll get the names eventually. So we'll start with the giant squid, and then we'll end with the colossal squid. So for the giant squid, we'll start with the anatomy. Now, by the diagram I have provided next to me, either side, on the top we'll see the stabilizing fins, the mantle, and the funnel. Now the funnel, believe it or not, is actually used to propel the squid through the water, in the opposite of the direction where the siphon is pointing. So the siphon's pointing one way, it's gonna go the other way. It's like a jet kind of a thing. Towards the middle of the diagram is the famous eye. Now this eye is about the size of a dinner plate. This is the second largest eye on the planet Earth. Dinner plate size. Enjoy that for your next meal. You're gonna eat squid and that's gonna be staring right back at you. Or the dreaded pool. That light in the middle of the pool, the deep end. Yeah, that's a squid eye, man. Enjoy your dreams. Under the eye is the beak. Now this beak is sharp, and I can tell you from experience from a little squid, it hurts. It can hurt. Covering the beak are these tentacles. 8 arms, 2 feeding tentacles, and 2 tentacular clubs. Now the clubs at the end have suckers to grab hold of their prey and rein it in towards the arms, where the arms help guide it toward the beak, where the beak shreds it. It looks fantastic, unless you're the fish. Then you're dead. Now, these tentacles cause the animal to reach its length up to 30 to 40 feet, which is huge. So, with these big animals, you might think, oh, there's no predators. Well, there are. The famous sperm whale. If you see animations of the famous battles between squids and sperm, yeah, those are real. And unfortunately, no one has caught actual footage of a battle, but we all like to speculate. And usually only scars live to tell the tale in either the squid or the sperm whale. Mostly the sperm whale. You see those more. Now for prey, they usually eat other squids, giant squids, they're cannibals, and fish. We only get this information because we've caught dead giant squids and we've cut them open. That's the only reason why we know. That's how rare they are. Now the habitat. They're usually found around continental island slopes from the North Atlantic Ocean to the South Atlantic. North Pacific, South Pacific. 900 meters below the surface. That's very deep. You'll get crushed. They're very rare on the tropical and polar latitudes though, so you won't really find them in colder temperatures, but it's never say never. Now reproductions. We know very little about the reproduction state. What we do know is females do produce large quantities of eggs, while males are thought to transfer semen in sacs to the female. Again, we haven't discovered a mating yet, so no one really knows yet. But that is the working theory right now for them. Right, let's now talk about the other one, the colossal squid. Now, if you thought the giant squid was mysterious, the colossal squid is giving a run for its money, and it will win. The anatomy is, to give you kind of a glimpse as to how hard it was to find the anatomy of this thing, Usually I can only find giant squid anatomy diagrams. So the colossal squid is about the same as the giant squid, except they're bigger, much bigger. Estimates around 50 feet. That's the estimate, we don't know. But they have the same structure as the giant squid, except on the ends of their tentacles, they have rotating hooks, which I can assure you is very painful. I've never been hooked by these creatures, but if you had hooks, have you had a fishing hook attached to you once? It probably feels like that. It doesn't feel good at all. They have the largest eye of any animal on the planet. That's like twice the size of your dinner plate. I'm gonna use the dinner plate reference for the end of time. You're never gonna eat calamari again. Habitats. So unlike the giant squid, colossal squids, they live more in colder regions. Around the Arctic Ocean, basically. Antarctica, you know, all down there. They've been spotted more. Not spotted, but, you know, they've been spotted a bit more than the giant squid down there. But they are estimated to live around 1,000 meters deep below the surface, which is very, very deep, and will also crush you if you go down there. Now, for the colossal squids, predators, prey, and reproduction. This is a theory. All this is theory right now. This is hypothesis. We don't know. The colossal squid is possibly eat fish and other squid. That is the working theory for scientists and marine biologists alike. Unless we can catch one and open the stomach like we did with the giant squid, we don't really know. But that is the working theory right now. The only clear evidence that we have with these animals when it comes to anything of its life is its main predator, which is also the sperm whale. The only reason why we're able to figure that out, though, is because some colossal squids managed to strangle the sperm whale to death, but the sperm whale managed to, like, have a tentacle or two in its stomach. Like, dead whales are the only thing that we've realized that's the predator of the colossal squid. And the reproduction, there is no information at this time. I looked everywhere, as far as I can tell. I looked everywhere for this thing. And there's no information of how they reproduce. If we don't know how the giant squid reproduces, there's no way in the world we'll know how the colossal squid reproduces. Sorry, guys. If we're comparing and contrasting the two, they are mostly the same, except the colossal squid's estimated to be a lot bigger than the giant squid, and also their hunting techniques are a bit different. Colossal squids use hooks versus the giant squid with the suckers. A giant squid is around 30 to 40 feet. Colossal squids are up to 46 to 50 feet in length, as far as we know. Hopefully, in the future, we'll have more technology to understand these animals and to study them. They are pretty terrifying, but they're also magnificent. And I do hope that I can make another video sometime in the future talking more about these wonderful animals. But for now, have a good night, everybody.